Welcome to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show. The show is about conversations that matter, and we invite people from all walks of life to come and share their heart stories. From every part of the globe, we'll have people come and talk about the inspiration that have led them to their passion work. And we have another amazing woman on the line. She is a mompreneur. She's a celebrity stylist and a TV personality. And she comes from all the way in California. For those who are out of Toronto, please welcome the amazing Levine. How are you doing, Ali?
Hi, Nikki. Thank you so much for having me. That was a nice intro.
Well deserved. Thank you so much for your time. And I hear your fan in the background. How is your daughter doing?
Oh, my God, thanks. I know. I tried to get her down for a nap, and Mom, like, she's not having it. So I'm like, okay, we're going to watch the show, and Mom's going to try to get this done. She'll be 1 on April 3rd. It's coming so soon. Thank you so much for mentioning her again.
That's amazing.
It's
what
so
a blessing.
It
is.
Yes,
it is. I have 3, so I know. And it always seems that whenever you're on the phone, it is. But whenever you're on the phone, Ali, doesn't it always happen? That's when they want you.
Oh, always. Like, she was just content watching her show, playing, and she really heard me say, like, hello, and she's like, oh, here I come. And she's trying to walk, so right now she's, like, in her little, the little walker things, but she's in it, pushing around, trying to get to me because she's learning how to move faster and faster, and I'm like, oh, I'm in big trouble when she actually goes.
Fantastic. Well,
yes, we're talking about you. She's smiling. She's like, oh,
she's smiling. Hi. Well, Ali, tell us how you got to become a celebrity stylist. What are some of the takeaways that we can learn about that transition into what an amazing blessing to have that life to be a celebrity stylist. What was it like for you?
Thank you. Yeah, so I think everybody, because I get this question a lot, and I feel like everybody obviously becomes a celebrity stylist in many different ways. For me, it was a very I would say, like, I didn't study styling. It wasn't something where it was like, oh, I want to be a stylist. When, I was in college, stylists weren't even really a coined term when I was in school. So I really didn't even know that was something I would wind up in. And so to go back, I always loved fashion. Fashion is my passion, always has been, always will be, since I was a very young girl, like 2-3 years old, growing up in New York, and my grandmother, who is just my best friend ever, may she rest in peace, and she was like my guardian and helped me with everything with fashion, and really inspired me at such a young age by like showing me textures and colors and all these things so young that I would, paint and do art, and I would always be putting outfits together. My mom always joked that like I would, go in my room at 3 years old and try to create my own outfits. I think it was kind of innate in me, a part of the fashion and that passion and fire inside. And then as I got older, I tried, in high school, I took a couple fashion courses that they offered. I got to work with Ralph Lauren's team because they came and worked at our school at Woodbury and had like a fashion show with us. And so we were able to learn, from their team, which was incredible. And I got to, learn early on kind of that really hard work and everything it took. And then, my father is the #1 vendor at QVC, so he does business all the time with all the different people there. And, of course, there's so many different amazing designers and different opportunities there. And so I would go with him sometimes, after school or on the weekend instead of staying home to play, and I would want to go see how work was. So I got to really meet the designers there, and like really get into it, and I loved it. And I think like all of that kind of, built me along the way. And then when I went to college, I studied fashion merchandising and design. I went to Northern Arizona University. Everyone always asks, how'd you wind up there? Let's just leave it as long story short. Followed a guy I shouldn't have. High school sweetheart didn't work out. But I got a lot out of that school because it was an amazing, really curated and really specialized merchandising and design program. And they led me to Target, which is where I ended up working out of school. I went back to New York early. I graduated early. I ended up taking some extra classes at FIT since I was back in New York, and started working with Target as a soft lines manager. And that's basically one of their executive titles as they run the different departments. So I had like 13 different retail departments that I was working in, you know, socks, women's, lingerie, you name it, accessories. I was working with all those different teams to make sure that everything was happening. And I got to work with like go international designers when they first started, and they'd come in and ask my questions of what was selling and why things would be merchandised certain ways. And I really got to be hands-on. And after a couple of years, I really loved Target, but I realized that I didn't love retail, and I had worked in retail for years in high school, you know, and on and off in college, and I was like, you know, I don't know if this is really my fit for like long term, and so Target proposed for me to go to corporate, and well, another long story short, I loved the idea of getting to be at corporate and Target because they're an amazing company, but I did not love the idea of going to cold Minnesota. So after realizing I didn't want to be there and that wasn't my home, I decided to take a step out of Target and leave and start applying for corporate jobs. So then I went into New York City, started applying all over the place, landed a job with a company called Fragments. I'm not sure if they're around still. They were a private label jewelry company in Soho, and I got to help design for all of them private label, from anything from Aeropostale to Neiman Marcus and everything in between for accessories. And I also help with their whole production and shipping department and work with like overseas China and everything to create everything. And it was amazing, and I kind of got my foot in the door with product development and design truly then, and what I had kind of learned in school, and be able to put it towards an actual job. And from there, I went and worked with Coach and Talbot, Lacoste, so many different amazing, companies that really gave me a chance at design and development. And after being at Coach for a little while, basically, that was kind of when the layoffs were happening in New York a lot, where they were making all the changes just in corporate all over the place, and my department was laid off. And, of course, in the moment, it felt like the most awful thing in the world. I can still remember, like, going black and being hysterical and, meeting my friends for a drink and being like, oh, my God, this is, like, the worst day ever. But it actually kind of led me into where I am now, which is, I learned how to figure out how to freelance and monetize and work and find new opportunities, because I didn't have this corporate job that I was continuously stuck to and working for. And I mean, it was amazing, but it opened up other doors for me. And so when that whole layoff happened, I started asking around, hey, what should I do? Like, I don't know what to do with this. Where should I go? And I had some family that worked in entertainment, and they were like, why don't you try costume? Why don't you look at movies and television? And I was like, oh, okay, sure. It was something that maybe I'd thought about, but never really seriously. And I got to go for some interviews, and I landed a position as a production assistant for Oliver Stone, the amazing, insane man. And he was incredible for my career. And he, I just did whatever he needed on set, breaking down scripts, going to get coffee at 4 a.m, whatever he needed, I was doing. Oh, yeah. Whatever he needed, that was where I was. And then, because I worked so hard, he had me work with Ellen Marajnik, who's an incredible costume designer, award-winning. And I worked for her, and same thing, ran around, whatever she needed. But she kind of took me under her wing and let me go around. Oh, yeah. She let me go around and really, get to see everything and go to the costume departments with her and look at clothing and work with Michael Douglas and work with Shia LaBeouf and Terry Mulligan. All these incredible opportunities. Yeah, it was amazing. And then, this could be the longest answer ever. So basically after that, then I started really getting opportunities in TV and movies, moving around as an assistant for different people in New York. And after doing that, I was asked to go to Atlanta to work on Big Mama's House. And I worked on Big Mama's House, I think it was 2 or 3, with Martin Lawrence. And that team and I got along really well. And half the team was from LA. And Leah Ketch-Nelson and Scott O'Leary and Amanda Riley were the 3 particular designers and supervisors that I really connected with. And I love to mention people, because I feel like it's so important for people out there to know that different people help everyone in different ways, and you should help people, and you should help pave the way, because if someone helps you, then you should help someone else. So I always love to give, those names of who helped me. And so they really said to me, hey, you know what? We'd love to have you in LA, and we'd love to have you be a part of everything.
Right.
And I said, okay, well, I've been in New York, you know, like I only went to this college in Arizona. Oh, excuse you. And so basically from there, I went out to LA, kind of just took a shot and said, all right, pack my bags, go to LA and start working. So I worked for them. I started working in the costume department, working at Eastern Costume to get my hours for the union. And before I knew it, I was in the union. I was working on all different TV shows and movies and working with Colleen Atwood, you know, on Snow White and other projects,
Wow.
and Happy Divorce with Fran Drescher. And I mean, the list goes on. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
And after a few years, I realized I didn't want to do costume. After I finally established myself and worked really hard, I was like, you know what? This is just not me. It's not current enough. It's not trending. Yeah,
right.
Exactly. You know, so then.
I think, Allie, you've got this amazing, you know, repertoire of skills, and you've had, from what you described, like just like a stellar community of people who've helped you, who've like really, you know, helped you move, like the wind under your wings kind of thing.
Oh,
and I
absolutely.
can hear the passion in your voice. So I know that you're transitioning into becoming a TV personality. So can you quickly tell us a little bit about, you know, how that is happening, and is there anything that we can, you know, look out for in the future?
Yeah. So basically, after I, you know, worked in costume, I started my own styling business, started working with different celebrities, getting to style amazing people for red carpets and television, Bravo TV, and all these different incredible projects. And from there, I really made all these amazing connections where people started asking me, like you said, my passion, hey, can you talk on camera to give fashion tips? Hey, can you talk about your must-haves and what's trending? And so I started doing that on national and local different segments. And that's what really, I think, brought me to my TV personality persona and everything that I've been working on. And then last year I was on Bravo's hit show Strip, and that kind of really took things to the next level, just kind of because, of course, the national network and Bravo is very well known. And from there, people really just started being, I guess, feeling relatable to me and really wanting to work with me further and saying, hey, we need to do more segments and have you talking must-haves and trends and everything you've got going on. And then when I got pregnant and, you know, found out I was going to be a mom, it was amazing how that community just opened up to me so much because you're a mother yourself. It's so relatable, and everybody is, you know, so just everyone feels for you because they've been in it. And so it was just this amazing magic where it was like, okay, we'd love for you to now do some mommy segments. We'd love to talk more about other TV opportunities. So I'm actually starting my own podcast coming this spring. That's going to be called Strip Down with Allie Levine. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be all about real, raw motherhood and everything I'm going through. And it's my own show spun off of the other podcast I already have, which is called Things We're Too Lazy to Blog About with my co-host Amanda Lauren. That's been doing amazing. And so, yeah, just from there, everything's really been happening, going from project to project. And I have a lot of different TV and, you know, media projects in the works, which I'm very excited about. And these celebrities and projects that I've worked on in the past have really built my own brand and my own success. And so I owe it to so many of those amazing people that I've gotten to style and work with over all these years.
Excellent. And you know what, Allie, you've got a little one looking up to you, and I know you've got so many people, friends and family and colleagues who are proud of your achievement as a mompreneur. So I tip my hat to you as a fellow mom.
Thank you.
I know the work that's involved in it. Thank you, and just keep doing what you're doing. And I am so looking forward to having yet another interview coming up soon to learn more about your passion. But before we go, can you give us some of the ways that we can reach out to you on social media?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And my social media across all boards of handles is Allie Levine Design, ALILEVINE Design. And then AllieLevine.com is my website. And also, if you want to check out my current jewelry line, that is on Nordstrom.com. It's called Hearts on Fire, and it's also on Sterling Forever.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, you've been listening to Levine, who is out of California. She is a creative and celebrity stylist, and she's also a TV personality and a beautiful mom of a 1-year-old daughter, and she's doing amazing things in the community. So look out for her. Check her out on social media, and check her back on the Nikki Clarke Show coming up in a few weeks to hear more about her journey. Allie, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to chatting with you again very soon.
Thank you. Me too. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.